my name's Kathleen Hodges. So lovely to be here today. Quite exciting. It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it? And in here's lovely and dark. We're in the Yesterday Comedy Club. Can you hear me? We're in the Yesterday Comedy Club today. So, I don't know, but no shade whatsoever. We all know what we're doing. And also, we're inside the Duke of York, which is probably the best way round, isn't it? There are lots of Duke of Yorks, actually. There are lots. And you end up being the Duke of York if you're the second son of the monarch. So he was, and so the previous Duke of York was actually the Queen's father. I'm not saying anything. You know, you should go back in these records. You read these records. Me again. Hi, I'm Kathleen Hodges. Very excited to be here tonight. And actually, I'll let you know, I'm actually a little bit more excited than usual because over the past couple of weeks, I've actually been quite poorly. Yes. Yes, I've been quite unwell. But I picked up some bug somewhere. I don't know what happened. But I'm much better now. Much better now. But I was very lucky because while I was home, I was very well looked after by my lovely husband. Yes. And I don't want anyone out there saying that men cannot multitask. I know you've heard it, I know. But let me tell you, my husband, he managed to do the cooking, the cleaning, the washing and the ironing, and he still found time to shag my sister. Yes! And my mum. Yes. And to be fair, he was very good with her. Yeah, when he was finished, he just tucked her into bed and gave her a nice cup of hot chocolate. Not right, hon?
Cocoa actually.
It's cocoa. He is a caper, isn't he? He's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I say. So I'm very more excited to be out than usual. So I've actually bought myself a new outfit. What do you think, guys? I look amazing, don't I? Yes. Yeah. You've heard that term, black don't crack, even in this lighting. You've heard that term? Yes. Well, it's talking about me. And actually, I was having this conversation with my white girlfriends the other day. Yes, I do have them. Yeah. And they were saying to me, Kathleen, as a black woman, you do not have their problems, do you? No. You do not have to worry about spending loads of money on skin creams and serums. You don't have to worry about having to spend hours in spas with massages. You're just so lucky. I mean, what's that about? Fucking bitches. What's that about? I think to myself, well, I must have black privilege. Yes. I just don't get their worries. No, it's my fault. Black privilege. Anyway. As I say, I am very excited to be out about tonight, but I've left my lovely children at home, and the youngest is 20. I know, who'd imagine? Yeah. So, and they are absolutely gorgeous, my children. Yeah, and I love them to pieces. I mean, I would love them if they were ugly, but just not as much. Luckily, I don't have that problem. Anyway, now, my children are Generation X or Y or whatever you're calling yourselves now. Now, I am a boomer. Yeah. Have you heard of us boomers? Yes? We're the generation that came just after the Victorians. Yeah, that's a boomer. That's one. Now, you can tell a boomer because we're the ones who sit on the tube and we're texting like that. That's a boomer. We're also the generation that have never ever sent or received a dick pic. What is that about, guys? Unless his name was actually Richard. Yeah. And we're also the generation who bought our homes for 100,000, and now they're worth $1 million. Yes, I am loving gentrification in East London. It's amazing. Very, very good. Now, the other things, I'm thinking about the differences between generations. Now, when I was growing up, now, I was thinking about the measuring system. Now, when I was growing up, we had the imperial measuring system. Have you heard of the imperial? Right. So there you have your inches and your ounces and such like. And now everything's metric. I almost remember when it went over. Yes. So now it's just centimetres and your millimetres and your kilogram. I was thinking, there seems to be one thing that has not gone over to the metric system. Do you know what that is? No. Size of a man's penis. Yes. It's either a 6-incher, 9 inches, 12-incher, then 15 small black, medium black. No, I'm only joking. Everyone knows there's no such thing as small black. Yeah. I'm a kid. Now, I am not a complete Luddite because I do like to keep up with new technology and new things, and especially a time-saving device. Now, my favourite time-saving device is in the kitchen. Do you know what it is? It's a microwave. Yes. Now, the reason I like a microwave is me and my husband, we use it in our sex life. Yeah. I make sure the microwave meal finishes the same time we do. Now, sometimes that can be a bit problematic because you have to put it in for 4 minutes, let it rest for 1, peel it back, give it a little, I can't do it with my left hand, give it a little shake. And oh my goodness, if you keep it in for too long, it could actually explode. Yes. But it does still taste the same. Just keep up with us. Just go. Now, as I say, me and my husband, we're boomers, and we're such a great couple, and my husband is in charge of all the finances. You get that in a couple sometimes. He's good at the saving up, and I'm good at the spending. But we've had to have conversations because recently with the credit card, it's been quite difficult. Yeah, and actually, we recently had to have a very difficult conversation. That is Mother blessing. So, whether to have either a burial or a cremation, things are very expensive. But in the end, we decided we're just going to let it live a bit longer. It's going to be cheaper in the long run. But she's lovely. Anyway, so we're thinking of, as boomers, we want to live as long as possible, don't we? Because you need us, don't you, as boomers? Because you're not producing enough of your own, are you, this generation? Come on, guys. So you need us going forever. So we're trying to think of ways that we can last as long as possible. And I think to my husband, look, we need to think about conserving energy, so we're going to give up sex. Boomer sex. Come on, we're going to give it up. So I said to my husband, listen, darling, we're going to have to give up sex. I said, it's the best for us in the long run, and we're going to have to do it straight away. It's going to be a hard stop. I said, we're not going to think about it, not like be these fair weather vegetarians that eat meat on a Tuesday. No. We're going to do a hard stop. So then we did it. And then the begging started. It was crying and moaning and grovelling. It was so embarrassing. I just couldn't help myself. But he's so very, very, very supportive. Now, think about these, all the credit crunch and how we can save money, etc. So I think to myself, now, what I suggested was that we get a lodger, bring in somebody else into the home. But my husband, I don't know what he was thinking, because I think he thought about opening our marriage. And then he said he would prefer a man. I was shocked. I mean, as a woman, how does that help us being in a threesome with another man? Because in the end, you get 2 pairs of pants on the bathroom floor, don't you, every day? 2 toilet seat lids always up, and 2 cocks to suck every night. I mean, and he pays the bills? Maybe. Anyway, it's been lovely to see you all. Thank you for listening.